The threat of COVID-19, a surge in cases, and the impact of Hurricane Dorian may have put a dent in face-to-face learning, but it didn't stop graduating medical students from the University of the West Indies from fulfilling their lifelong goals. LaDon Davis tells us about several new doctors from those affected islands in this week's edition of Education Beyond the Classroom.
It definitely challenged each and every one of us.
I can't imagine going through the 5 years without the trials and tribulations, because they really made us the doctors we are.
Dr. Lyndon Cooper and Dr. Amy Mackey Moss hail from East Grand Bahama and Sandy Point, Abaco, and were among the 35 new doctors who graduated from the University of the West Indies School of Clinical Medicine and Research 2 weeks ago. With a limited amount of physicians stationed on the Family Islands, the newest medical professionals on the block say they're more than happy to see their dream of becoming doctors finally realized.
The Family Islands don't really have doctors like that, and that's something that I noticed growing up, and that's something that I would really like to change. So I said, let me go and educate myself so I can take that back to my island.
I decided to pursue medicine ultimately, and UE provided me with that opportunity. As a child, I always was curious. I love science, and it was a field that I always excelled in. And so that, combined with my compassion for others, made me consider the field of medicine.
Both new doctors say the lives of their family members were interrupted by the passage of Hurricane Dorian, but they say the unfortunate situation gave them the boost they needed to press on.
It came at a time that I was on a really intense rotation, and so I was one of those that basically lost everything. And coming back, I received a lot of help from others, my colleagues. They had extended a lot of help, as well as the faculty and administration of UE. They stepped up in a big way for me.
My family then had to relocate to Nassau. It was a big change. My study room became someone else's room. I had nowhere to study anymore. I had no time to myself. I had to help my siblings, so it was a lot. But, you know, as the months went on, we got into a routine and things started to normalize, and, you know, we got back into the swing of things.
Putting service above self is the motto both doctors say they will strive on as they continue to serve. However, they remain hopeful that their story will encourage others to pursue a career in the medical field.
Hard work and consistency, as well as remaining steadfast and focused, is key. And just trust the vision and the process.
Of the medical field that really need people like technologists, phlebotomists, a lot of other areas. So I just don't want people to think being a doctor or being medicine is the only way that you can actually contribute to the medical field.
For Education Beyond the Classroom, I'm LaDon Davis.